Hey everybody, it's Donald. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I'm glad to finally be back after one hell of a week with a really horrible, nasty cold. Yeah, it wasn't COVID, but it was a really nasty cold variant that's going around, and like I still have some slight stuffiness in my face, but for the most part, I'm fully better now, and now that I'm better, I can get back to recording videos. I know it's been a little bit since I've been able to make videos since I got sick. Um, so I just wanted to let you guys know kind of what's been going on. So now that I'm better, I can get back to making the videos during the day and all that fun stuff. And one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, because I'm trying to make this video very short and simple, so it kind of gives you guys an idea of where I've been, what I want to do, and then kind of something that I want to talk about. And we can have a discussion in the comments, or I can make like a full-blown dedicated video to it. You guys just let me know what you guys want to do. So I was in the Glares chat this morning, and I'm not going to go over his entire stream, but towards the end of his stream, a lot of you guys know that my channel is primarily true crime and mental health. Those are two things that I'm very passionate about. Victim advocacy as well. That's another thing that I'm super passionate about, and that a lot of people should be prideful about. And for example, I love Cash Gernon's family. They're a huge support to my content on my channel, and they love me and I love them. Super awesome. But when I was in the Glares chat this morning, he was talking about his struggles with mental health, mainly that being anxiety and depression. And as I was reading the chat as he was talking about it, I could see that a majority of the chat, they all have their issues and struggle with mental health and how they cope with things. And one thing that I've always found interesting is a lot of people who are in the true crime community tend to struggle with their mental health. Now, I don't know what the correlation for that would be, but it's just something that I've noticed and that I find interesting, because it's a lot of people don't talk about it, but if somebody brings it up, then you will see other people be like, I struggle with that too. And then it's kind of like a trickle effect from the creator to the channel members or the subscribers, and you see that they're all like, yeah, I struggle with that too, and this, that, and the other. And so I was like, I'm just gonna touch base on that, because I'm like, I think it's important. Now, Will the Glarer talked about how he deals with anxiety and depression by not letting it control his life. He has, he struggles with it, but he tries to keep it in the back of his mind and put away. And he says every once in a while you'll see that, it'll come out. And he, was open about it. And I was like, for me, that's something that I can't do. Now, I'm a little bit different than Will. A lot of the issues that I have with my mental health have to do with trauma-based issues. So, not only do I suffer with depression and anxiety, but the kind of anxiety that I deal with is trauma-based. So, it's not something that I can put in the back of my head. And one thing that I've learned is when I had my mental breakdown is, for some people they can do that, but if you're somebody like me who has underlying issues and you try and do that, what happens is eventually your brain will kind of just give out, and it will lead to a breakdown. And so one of the things that I've learned is that therapy and medication are something that are really important tools to deal with mental health. Now, some people don't like being on medication, and that's something that I understand. And for a while, I was like that too. I didn't want to have to be on medication for the rest of my life, but because all of my issues are trauma based, it's something that I'll have to take the rest of my life, and then also like have to be in therapy the rest of my life. Is that sad? Yes, it is. But at the same time, it's like I can use the experience of somebody who struggles with that really severely to help other people. And just because you are on medication, it doesn't make you weak. It means that it's a tool for you, so you're not trapped in the cycle of being constantly depressed and anxiety ridden. It gives you the ability to enjoy life instead of being, constantly on the edge with things. Now, with me, I still struggle with that because I have to deal with triggers. And, everybody is different though. That's just me personally. Now, I know without the medication, I would be a lot worse than I am right now. And that's something that, you have to learn to accept, is understanding that it's okay to have issues. And if you have to be in therapy and take medication for it, it doesn't make you a weak person. The fact that you're admitting to somebody, whether it's a doctor, a therapist, somebody, that you are struggling in that department speaks volumes to the strength you have to reach out to somebody for help. There's people who can't do that until it gets to a point where, kind of like me, where you kind of just, you don't realize how much help you need until something happens to you. But there are people out there who can just, I commend them for reaching out before it gets to a point where it affects them like it does me. Because then you get to a point where you can't ever get off the medication, and you won't be able to reverse a lot of the issues. And so I just wanted to let everybody know that whether you're on medication, you're not on medication, no matter what you struggle with, whether it be PTSD, depression, anxiety, whatever it is you struggle with, that my channel will always be a safe space for people to talk about that. I will never judge anybody for that. And if I ever see somebody in my comment section who is attacking people who are sharing their stories with their mental health and their struggles and they're opening up, I'll block them, because obviously they don't belong on my channel, because I want my channel to be a very welcoming place, and I want my channel subscribers to get along with each other and, realize that the internet isn't full of bad people, that there are some good people who want to, like me, who want to provide, my knowledge of my struggles with other people, to maybe talk to them about getting help or offering them resources so they can look at it on their own. Or if somebody gets to a point and they need medical attention, being able to make sure that they get that. And I think it's really important to share my struggles, because I know a lot of people see me in other creators' chats and they don't necessarily know my story. And my life isn't easy, but I've made progress because of not falling into the weaknesses that I was before. When it came to before my mental breakdown, I would hate going to my doctor about my depression and my anxiety because I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. And then after I had my mental health breakdown, and I got all of the diagnoses that I have, it made me more vigilant into wanting to take care of my mental health, because I'm like, the only person who cares about my mental health aside from really myself would be my doctor. And my doctor wants to help me get through the struggles of having to deal with, mental health struggles a lot easier than alone. And that's something that I'm grateful for. And my doctor has been really awesome in making sure that I have the resources to get the proper help I need. And so, if you're on medication, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's okay to be on medication. It's, it's not the end of the world. If you're not on medication and you can deal with it in another way, then that's super, super awesome, and I'm happy for you in that, in that area. But I think that together there's a lot that we could teach each other, and that's why I love when people, go down in the comment section of my videos and share their own personal experiences of things that they deal with, because a lot of the times it's different than what I deal with. And so things that I may relate to are something that not everybody will relate with, but somebody else in the comments may have a better rapport. And so it's kind of nice to have that discussion. Anyways, so go ahead. Let's talk about this in the comment section. Let me know if you guys want like a longer dedicated video to that, and I can talk about like everything that I have going on and what I have to do to stay, like mentally at my best. Or we can just leave it here and just continue the conversation no matter what. You guys just let me know, and I'll listen to you. And yeah, so hopefully some more content coming out this week. Got a couple cases that I've been studying while I was sick, so yeah, hopefully, yeah, by the end of the week I should have a couple videos out. I just have to get them scripted, and then once they're scripted, I should be able to sit down and film it. So anyways, have a good rest of the day, you guys, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.